Today, education is an assembly line enterprise for training human beings in generic skill sets. Theoretically, institutions are supposed to put learning first, but are now cynically focused on cyclically lining their treasury coffers. The educational quality hasn't really evolved in line with these developments. The content has changed, true, but only because changes must be made to reflect how we perceive certain facts or events in retrospect. The system itself remains flawed, determinately stagnant. So, what can be done? Let's first look at the main factors that contribute to our flawed educational system. To get ahead in life and book your ticket to elevating your social status while improving your ability to succeed, one must get a license from an educational institution of high repute and recognition. Without this license, you're at a disadvantage to those that have such a license. This necessitates jockeying from the very beginnings of our educational journey. We unknowingly force ourselves into a competitive game that is unnecessary and counterproductive. Better grades, better test results, better schools, and ultimately a better career, and so on. We've removed curiosity and creativity from our educational equation. No time is allowed to stop and question what we are learning or think outside the box. Any questioning of canons result in an immediate "let's move on." With young adults, this typically leads to a break, an instant disconnection from any learning process. Educational content and systems are not proactive. Curricula do not adapt real-time, and the process required to make any necessary amendments is subject to such extreme bureaucracy that once amended, all updated content is virtually irrelevant again. A majority of us say to ourselves, "What I really learned in school is how to learn," or "problem solving is my takeaway from my years at school." Okay, noted, but wouldn't a course designed specifically to address how to learn or how to problem solve be more beneficial and effective? Would it require the 2, 3, or 4 years? Couldn't a 6 months effort have done the job more efficiently? Humanity has also evolved behaviorally. Attention spans have diminished, yet we still follow archaic educational systems. People wait 4 years to be able to start working on what they think they're passionate about. In some cases, the passion is educated out of their system, while for others, they come to realize that the educational marathon they had just run wasn't worth it, and now want to try something else. Most of these individuals will end up maintaining course due to a feeling of guilt or of a too much invested to change now mentality. When we teach, we are not teaching. We are forcing students to download data without any conceptual understanding of the content. Educational institutions seek the exact repetition of data from point A, teacher or textbook, to point B, student, with as much accuracy possible, consequently reflecting, in their opinion, a record of student achievement. Are these flaws eternal, or can we move away from these long-established white elephants of educational practices and expectations? Of course, there are solutions to this crisis, but all will be met with severe resistance. Nonetheless, here are 3 suggestions. Getting exposed early to the professional world, when young adults discover their own production as opposed to consumption, is vital. Formative years should include knowledge and experience of working. This is also the opportunity when children can gain first-hand practical knowledge on what they are passionate about and what they want to avoid as a career. Shorter-based educational curricula and certification that hold the same weight as conventionally revered diplomas are necessary to fast-track the migration of knowledge to young people, thereby allowing them to enter the workforce at a younger and more accommodating age, giving them the freedom of choice to change their journey should they discover it not to be the correct one. Teachers are the ones who inspire us. All stories told about how certain individuals who excelled in a certain subject only did so due to a connection with a teacher. We forget that these connections are human relationships and that there is substantial value in protecting these relationships and maintaining them for as long as possible, not for a quarter, trimester, or semester. Students should remain as long as possible with their teachers, who they've bonded with in terms of affinity, communication, and understanding. These solutions provide real impact for young adults to practice and fine-tune their work-life aspirations by giving them exposure to a variety of fields, subsequent focus on their passions, quicker turnaround for gaining knowledge, and lesser financial obligations over the immediate future. We can achieve better by engaging with the practicalities of these solutions. Some of the most innovative and successful people throughout history have taken a less conventional approach to education. We are victims of a conditioned competitive spirit that drives how we think we need to live and how our children must be prepped for life. In either case, both aren't reflective of our or our children's unique existence. So why continue on a path that is not catered for uniqueness? Break free from this trap. Just because millions of people are blindly following such a practice doesn't mean that it's the right path for you. It will be a challenge. Today, there are no clear options for progressing along these lines without ruffling some feathers or experiencing risk-taking hardship. But who wants to live like millions when you're 1 in 8 billion? So go for it.